they're fucking pieces of shit that make trouble for people. And then meanwhile, they just send a bunch of victims over. And then if you speak up, they want to give you a pill so you shut the fuck up. They want to give you pills that are worse than the goddamn street drugs out there, like heroin and cocaine. And then the legal drugs, which is alcohol and cigarettes. These drugs are just as bad. And you know what? They give you health problems. They make you gain weight. And then they give you another pill to make another problem disappear. And another pill to make another motherfucking problem disappear too. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think much of CP motherfucking S. Because they're fucking pieces of shit. I don't give a fuck about those CASA motherfucking cunts. Fucking little lousy ass, stinking ass bitches. You know, they always have to have somebody who's very rich and very wealthy and very prominent to go check your kids out. And of course, the foster mothers are just so perfect. Well, you know, the first foster home they put my kids into, that person lost their motherfucking rights to their own kids along with mine. But yet they're supposed to be responsible. But yet they're supposed to have a degree. Now my kids are in a whole nother foster home. And it breaks my heart in half. You know, it's like when we go to visit our kids over there in Richland, it's horrible. We have these motherfucker, we have some fucking bitch in the room the whole time telling us what to do, what we can't do, what rooms we can use, where we can go. They're writing down every goddamn thing we say. We can't have the whole place to ourselves. You got some bastard telling your parents what to do along with your kids. So it's really not much of a visit when you have some motherfucking bitch or some punk ass bastard telling you what to do with your own kids. That's unnatural and it's very uncomfortable. You know, my kids were not allowed to stay in Seattle. See, if my kids would have stayed in Seattle, at least they would have been able to say hello to all their friends. They could have said hello to the people that loved them. They could have visited them. When we went to go visit our kids, we could have brought other people to visit our kids. And now we got to sit here and wait for CPS to fucking use and abuse children, because that's what they do. They drug them up, use them as guinea pigs for their fucking research, and then they're going to give them thyroid problems with kidney and liver damage by the time I get my kids back. But see, if I keep my kids, CPS is going to murder me, because they're telling me point blank to take motherfucking drugs. And by them doing that, by those pieces of shit doing that shit, they're trying to send my ass to an early grave. That's all I got to say about that. That's all they want to do is kill people. Most of my friends that were on those drugs, they're fucking dead, okay? They're in a goddamn grave. See, I didn't want to take that shit. I said, no, I don't want to take that shit. You know, I took that shit for a minute. Look at my fat ass. You see what I'm saying? I used to be a skinny mini bitch before they put me on these drugs. But you know what? I ain't taking those drugs no more. I told them, I said point blank, I'm going to take aspirin, I'm going to take vitamins, but I'm not taking your motherfucking drugs. And they're like, we're taking your kids. Well, you got what you wanted, you punk ass bitches. You kept following us from place to place to place to place. You kept following us and coming to our motherfucking house every time I move. It's always knocking on my door. Now what, bitches? Now what? It's always knocking on somebody's door, you piece of shit. And you know what's really bad? I hate about CPS the most. And let me tell you something. The reason I hate you motherfuckers so much is because you have all these little bitches, your little punk ass bastards. You know who I'm talking about. The motherfuckers that make up a goddamn report that gets to be thrown in your goddamn face. Their ass can't come to court. All of a sudden, they forget about them. It's like all these little bitches can make problems, make trouble for people, and then walk away. You know what I hate about the news here in Seattle? They ignore CPS stories. 4, 5, 7, 11, and 13. You never talk about CPS for too long. Maybe 3 minutes, maybe 4 out of the half an hour. But you know what? You always drop the stories. You never go on and on and on about CP motherfucking S. And that's really goddamn pathetic. You know, because it seems like you guys don't give a fuck. But I tell you something. If you news people, they walked off with your kid, if a bunch of little bastards say a bunch of shit, and then they walk off with your kids. But let me tell you something. Whitney Houston, she don't have to worry about shit. You go fucking with her, you know what she gonna do? Write a check for $30 million and get a bunch of lawyers lined up and keep your fucking asses busy until her little girl grows up. See, that's what I admire about Whitney Houston. I mean, Whitney Houston with the fucking pot, in fucking Hawaii. Whitney Houston, who's a goddamn, who could do the crack. You see what I'm saying? She could sit up there and smoke crack as whack. Well, how would you know unless she puffed that shit? Okay? But see, Whitney Houston can deplete your motherfucking budget. Oh, poor Britney Spears. I feel so bad for her. Because you know what? You guys are never going to leave her alone. She's over 21 years old. She can't even have a drink. And you know what? She's taking the Risperidol you guys have her on. And she's getting fat now. She's not 110 pounds anymore. See, it's all about control. You want somebody to control. But yet Whitney Houston, she can sit there. CPS motherfuckers go walking in and try to take our daughter. Try to walk. She's in a drug rehabilitation center. But if you walk in there and try to take her motherfucking daughter, only thing she'll do is make a phone call. Get one of you $500 an hour lawyers and sit there and write a check for $20, $30 million and it'll blow your motherfucking budget out of the whack in her fucking state. So that's how she keep you off her back. It takes money to make you motherfuckers fuck off. That's what it takes. You know, it's money. Then you motherfuckers run for the hills. Then, but when somebody's poor, and you give them those little public defenders society. You know how many of you fucking motherfuckers are nothing but scammers? You sitting up there ripping off the goddamn taxpayer. Just think the middle class can't even keep their head above the water because of you motherfuckers. The taxpayers? Oh shit. The taxpayers are having a bitch of a time paying their taxes. Why? Because of these rotten, stinking ass, scamming motherfucking pieces of shit. I'm not saying that all CPS is bad. You know, because I'm not saying all of it. There had some pretty decent, honest people in there that said this is a waste of our time. And they wanted the shit to be closed. But they got their little asses pulled off the case. Because whenever they want to pull off the case, and all of a sudden you got to have some stupid ass bitch. Like we had a stupid ass bitch named Chris Kneeser from fucking CPS. Fucking rotten, stinking ass, fucking cunt ass bitch who said 6 months only, and then we'll leave. Well, that bitch turned it into 3 motherfucking years. It's always, I'm leaving. What do I have to do? Wait for you to fucking die in order for the fucking case to be closed? You rotten, stinking, good for nothing, lying little fucking bitch. Every time we go to court, well, we're going to have everything dismissed. Before I walk in, throw some paperwork in my face. Now you're going to find some new goddamn problems. See, that's what it's all about, is spies. They stick you with a bunch of fucking spies. You know? And the thing that bugs me the most, as they said, oh, you don't have any clothes for your kids? And why in the fuck, when the state took my kids, why in the fuck would I hand my daughter 500 pairs of pants in different sizes so she can grow into? Why would I hand over 100 pair of shoes that she can grow into? Why would I hand her over 1,000 different tops for her to grow into? Why is it that she's dressed different every day? You know what I mean? You told me I don't got no clothes for my daughter, okay, for the 5 years I had her, or the 4 years, 8 months, 1 week, and 4 days I had her. Why is it that I have almost 2,000 pictures of her dressed up in something different every fucking day? Tell me. Because sometimes I had to change her twice. Because, you know, it depends on where we were going. My daughter was looking the mom, baby. My daughter can go to school every day for a smooth fucking year and be dressed to kill. My son right behind her. See what I'm saying? So, Christy Stewart, I would like to see that fucking cunt. I want to see all these little hideaway, two-faced, backstabbing pieces of shit. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you something. If I was my brother, I'd be running them bitches over. You know what I mean? I'd be like cracking them up against the motherfucking head with a bottle and shit. You know what I mean? I'd be like taking her back to that bitch. You see what I'm saying?